I want to share with you a simple system that I learned. I don't remember when I learned it. It was a long time ago. And it was three key pieces. Even though my wife said, "What video are you doing it tonight?" She said, "Are you doing a video on how amazing I am?" So yes, this video is about how amazing my beautiful wife is. But now that you know that, instead of spending the whole time telling you how many amazing things she does, I thought I'll teach you this other system too. Is that fair? I don't know if my wife is on now, but she is amazing. So the system that I want to teach you is three pieces. And I want you to grab a pen and paper real quick. So I want you write this down. And I want to make sure you share this when we're done because it's simple, but it's extremely effective. And most people struggle with it. So it's called deal, defer, or delete. So if you're looking for a simple system to put in your life, how to manage life tasks, manage life things, the first part is you deal with it and handle it as immediately as possible. Okay? Because you know that it has to get done. And as soon as it's done, it's out of your way. When I was working in the electrical field, actually with the tools and stuff, one of the things that everybody wants to avoid is the complicated part. They want to avoid the snaking through the blown in insulation or something, the difficult things. And my rule of thumb was one, I'll take the difficult thing. And two, I'm taking it right now. I had a little different initiative in taking on this difficult thing. One, I knew once it got done, it could only get easier. Did you ever experience that too? And number two, by me taking on the difficult stuff, I knew I would become one of the best in the world at it because anybody can do the easy shit, right? But the difficult stuff, that builds new skill sets. So the first thing when you're looking at things you have to do, doesn't matter if it's something at home or something with your health, is just deal with it on the spot. The next thing is defer it. And where do you defer it to? Like, don't defer it into space where it floats in time and you have it just haunting you. You know, those tasks just sitting there, just haunting your ass. Like, defer it to a moment. Okay. So if I look at something and I'm like, okay, well, I'll give you an instance. I ordered some, and I have it on my, is anybody else like a yellow pad? No, crazy note taker. So I have ordered, because we're going to get supposedly ice again within a week. And I ordered a bunch of pet-friendly ice melt, which it's pet-friendly because the shit really doesn't melt the ice. That's what I learned. My wife we got the pet-friendly stuff. I used it the other day. It don't melt shit. But either way, it's safe for the dog. So I purchased the pet-friendly stuff. I purchased the pet-friendly stuff. And I have a whole bunch of it, and it's at Lowe's. Now, I deferred that to tomorrow, to a moment tomorrow. So that is on my afternoon schedule after lunchtime to go and do pickup of that. Now, I also, if you look at it, I deal with my schedule today, right now. Like this whole, I'm not going to show you all my goodies, but on the other side of this yellow pad is all of my stuff ready for tomorrow. Okay. I'm dealing with it now, dealing with the schedule. I'm not waiting for tomorrow morning to build my schedule because if I build it tomorrow morning, I will lose a whole bunch of time. Hey, what's up, Mike Disney? You have to dry run first. Someone once told me to do it. Well, yeah, there's no dry run with this Restream system here, Disney. I don't know if I have ever shared this system, Disney, that I use here. It's called Restream. What's up, Mark Dahl? I'll have to share this with you, Disney, because it's a decked out system. You can do really cool shit with it. So I'll share it with you tomorrow. Hit me up. But so now what happens is I have this written out. Now deferring is I'm looking at the schedule. Like I have an 11 o'clock call. I got 11:30 call. I have this pick up the stuff at Lowe's. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m., I have a Freedom Tribe call. And then at 9 p.m., we have an Olympian coming on. And if anybody on here wants to listen to that Olympian, you could come on. So Mark Dahl, Mike Disney, if you guys want it, it's free. if you guys want to listen to this Olympian talk, it's only for people that are in my world, that I'm friends with or know me. Just send me a private message. Let's get you on there. We'll hang out together. It's a special link I got to send you. Now, I deferred this stuff till tomorrow because I can't do it tonight. Well, I could, but I'm not gonna. So, and then I have the middle column of stuff, which is all the follow-up stuff. That's all deferred stuff. And then I have my right-hand column, which is projects that I'm working on. We got some really cool projects we're working on for Food Dog, like just amazing stuff. Now, the last one is delete. Now, what happens is people know that they have tasks. And tell me in the chat bar if this makes sense, everybody. They know that they have tasks to do that don't make any sense to do it. They make no sense to do it. Hey, what's up, Carmine? Carmine, just send me a private message. And then what I'm going to do is, you know what, Aaron, can you do me a favor? For those of you who don't know, we have Catherine on our client. She's our client concierge over on the Food Dog team. Aaron, if you just tag Catherine in this, Catherine will send you guys a link, okay? A private link and a private message area for that. So if you look at this deleting part, you sit here and say to yourself, like, I know I don't want to do it. I know. And Carmine, feel free to, have your wife on and everybody. And if you have a close family member or something, have that person on too. Okay. So you can extend it to real close family and friends. I don't want the whole world on it because then it gets diluted. And this is a 2-time Olympian. So we want to have a nice, close group of people. So if you have another family member, feel free to invite them as a free gift from me. So now we have the deleting part. Now, how many of you, be upfront with me, raise your hand. What, you think I can't see you? I'm watching you anyway. Just raise your hand. How many of you have things that you're like, I shouldn't do it, I'm not going to do it, but you still put the damn thing on the list? Delete it. Just delete it. Can't do it, not the right moment, not the right time. Delete. Because when you delete, what happens is you remove the distraction and you gain momentum because instead, come on, type in the chat bar. How many of you are carrying some baggage of projects that you probably make no sense and you should delete that stuff out of your life? Come on, be upfront with me. Type it in the chat bar. Like, type in delete in the chat bar. You know that. You should just go delete. So if you take this simple system into your life and tell me in the chat bar, does it make sense? One, deal with it and deal with it quickly. I'm known for tackling stuff, getting it done, well, first off, there's something very, I don't know, feels so good when I cross things off my list. What about you? Like, I'm one of those people, I love to cross it. And once I get about 50% of the stuff off my list, I rewrite it. So the good news is I run very effective. The not good news is I'm probably throwing out paper and killing trees that I shouldn't do. But the fact is, every time I cleanse a whole bunch of things, guess what? Here's what I do. I rewrite my list. When you rewrite your project list, are you with me, everybody? Type in the chat bar, I'm with you. When you rewrite your project list, you're reevaluating, dealing with it, deferring it, or deleting it. At least this is how I've trained my brain to work, is to rewrite. And then sometimes, so I could tell you, like, well, it's not here now, but because I have, I do have something on the other sheet. Normally what happens is I look, and when I get to the point to rewrite it, I'm reviewing it. And then I go, okay, wait a second. I'm not going to be able to deal with this today. I'm not going to be able to deal with it today. So I'm going to defer it because it's got to get done. I flip over my sheet of paper. I write Friday, and I defer it to Friday's schedule, right into the 3 columns. I have purchased every specialty. My wife will tell you, we've been in Staples. Now, we're together for decades and decades. We've been in Staples more time in our life together, finding every calendar, binder, column, 3-ring, Like, I bought them all. And in the end, 3 decades later, I have this yellow pad. Still seems, well, okay, I'm not prejudiced. I have a white one here. This one is all projects, and this one is all what's happening now. And I go back to the project list and I look, and then I defer it onto the daily list. So pretty much there's always 2 pads that are happening here. So now what happens is, now that I'm dealing with this and evaluating it, I just, move it to tomorrow. Now, if I come to Friday and I moved this chess piece like twice, I have to ask myself a gut question. Okay, here's the gut question. Does that sucker need to be deleted? Does it have any value there? Now you got to remember, when I defer or I deal with it might be delegating. Deferring it might be delegating to someone, and that could be it. And sometimes deleting it could be delegating too. I could delegate to someone and say, you know what? Go in my email inbox and delete, get rid of this, or call this person and delete this time frame. I watch, when I was building everything that I've ever built, I built it by guarding my personal time. Everybody's trying to offer you something. Everybody has another creative idea. Everybody has another thing. And I look at people and I go, what are you doing today? Oh, I got a meeting and a meeting and a meeting. And I'm like, well, oh, this guy's got this new thing and this guy's got that. And I said, well, delete it. You're not good at what you're doing. Don't talk to someone else about something else. Get good at you. Can you all write that down? Like, get good at you. If you don't get good at you, it makes everything else up. That's why I'm telling you, the last year, I have opened the secret treasure chest and figured out the number one thing that keeps people from success in any area of life. And it might sound simple that it's them, but it's not simple. It's, you have to improve you at a faster rate of speed than anything else you want to improve. Anything else you want to improve. And if you look at the life wheel, there's 10 things, and most people are focused on one. And they think if I fix the one, the other 9 follow. That's not true. Fix the 9, the one becomes very, very easy. So that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. I hope this is huge value. Hey, Kathy, what's happening? That's how fast that stuff happens. Like, I said it, I dealt with it, and then I think maybe Aaron deferred it, and then Catherine's picking it up, and that's just how we're rolling. It's just how we're rolling to help you, serve you, and change your life. So either deal with it, defer it, or delete it. And I just want to know in the chat bar, how many of you are committed to implementing that simple structure and some of these things and tackling it? Can you just write committed in the chat bar? Would that be cool? Right? Just type committed in the chat bar, because I don't want to just sit here and talk to you at nighttime about nothing. I want to talk to you about things that change the way you think permanently and give you things that you could implement now, so that when you look at over the series of it, now I've done a video every single night since I think it's 12 days now. So if you have to go catch up, Mark, go back on the Facebook group and go back the last 12 days, because every one of these are stacking on each other. It's stacking on each other. And if you just implement what I'm talking about in your life and you look out 3 months from now and go back, you're going to be completely different. How you function, how you run, the results, and how you apply it. I want to make sure your health, your relationships, your connection to your higher power, whatever it is, your community, your contribution, I want to make sure all of that goes to a level during 2022 that you never thought was imaginable. Okay? I'm rooting for all of you.